The world is on the brink of a major war. Nukes in play, US dropping bunker busters. The entire crypto market on edge. Just a few days later, markets shake it off and Bitcoin blasts through resistance. If you want the sharpest takes before the crowd, make sure you subscribe now and join the Telegram. This is Alpha Precision. Let's break it down. June 13th, Israel launches airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Days later, the US joins in, deploying 30,000-pound bunker busters on Fordow, Natanz, Isfahan, Operation Midnight Hammer. Intel says Iran's program is delayed, not destroyed. Iran answers with missiles at US bases in Qatar and Iraq. But June 23rd to the 24th, the US brokers a phased ceasefire. Iran halts first, Israel follows, crisis averted, market nerves settle. Major global escalation, then de-escalation. Markets recalibrate instantly when the threats cool. Let's see how crypto responded. Spot ETF flows of both Bitcoin and Ethereum have remained steadily positive even as markets digested all the drama. That's not a stat, that's real institutional spot demand. These ETF flows are literally setting the floor for Bitcoin, showing that real buyers are here, stronger than any perp-driven rally. Real buyers to the tune of, as of yesterday, to the tune of 588.60 million in inflows yesterday, and as you can see, just green days since the 9th of this month. Okay, since the 9th of this month, June. And Ethereum, the same, guys. Okay, so institutions are buying, guys. Ethereum, take a look right here. Put this on USD terms. Yesterday, on the 24th, positive 71.30 million in inflows for Ethereum ETFs. So that's helping a lot. Okay, so institutions, smart money, if you will, still buying in through these vehicles, through these ETFs. Okay, and that sets a strong floor. Okay, it is setting a strong floor. What else? Derivatives, OI, and funding rate. Options open interest in funding is stable, so there's no excessive leverage, no degens crowding the trade. Whales, they're quiet, so there's no big inflows, but more importantly, no panic selling. That's conviction, not FOMO. No smart money rotations into altcoins or meme coins yet. Okay, meme coin flows are still muted. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Overall, institutions and smart money are steadily buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, keeping a strong bid under the market, but not yet rotating into alts. The floor is set by real spot demand. Until we see a shift, stick with the majors and wait for confirmation in alts. Bitcoin, what does the chart tell us? On the daily, Bitcoin punched through local resistance. As you can see, we're punched through this resistance right here at 107 change. Let's see. Say almost 108,000. We punched through it. Okay, we got as high as 108,170. We've given back some of that. As you can see, the wick right there. Right now, we're at 107,229. RSI is at 55.96. Still room to go up. OBV heading in the right direction as well. All looking pretty good. So buyers have control. On the weekly, what does it look like? We still see consolidation, obviously, as you can see that right through there. But with this, bulls are in charge. But we need to close above 110,000 for confirmation. All right. Key levels to watch: 93 to 95,000 as support, and 110, 120,000 as resistance on the weekly. Let's say since the week of May 26, we've been on, essentially body-wise on a downtrend. We did have a couple of, on the June 2nd and June 9th, those weeks, we did have doji candles and then this drop due to the war, right? Due to that conflict de-escalated, boom, right back up. Shows a lot of strength, guys. Shows a lot of strength. To me, maybe this would have happened last week had the war stuff not happened. So maybe we'd already been breaking through. Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks, guys. Okay, bulls have the ball, but it's the weekly candle that seals the deal. Ideally, we want to see some bodies up here above this line right here, okay, above 108,000. Okay, then if we can start getting some more bodies here, guys, we're going higher. We're going much higher. At the end of the year, I still think 200 to 250,000. Now, I mentioned with only how many days left this month? Only 5 days left this month. I thought we were going to hit 115, 120,000, and we're at 107. So we didn't hit that. Next month, though, you never know. At some point, we are going to hit it. So a daily close above 108,000 confirms the breakout. A strong weekly close triggers the next leg up. Futures. Let's take a look really quickly. Let's take a look at the 1 day. CVD on the 1 day, still negative, minus 307, but it's flattening out. Sellers are losing steam. CVD on the 4 hour. CVD on the 4 hour is less negative. Buyers starting to absorb supply, a subtle but key signal. What this tells us there. OI and funding, OI's open interest and funding, stable, 77,000, no leverage pile up. Funding is flat, 0.0027. Market isn't overcrowded. So what this means is futures and perps aren't forcing the move. Spot flows are in the driver's seat. No leverage blowout risk, just steady spot buying. And that's a healthy market, boys and girls. That's a healthy market. What does the micro landscape tell us? DXY, let's take a look. Let's go back to the daily. Since this peak of January 13th, the beginning of the year, right, we have steadily just dropped. Very bearish. DXY still weak, bouncing along the lows. This is a tailwind for risk. Bond yields, this is the 2-year, and that's the 10-year. And they're both falling. 10 years at 4.31%. 2-year is at 3.80%. Lower yields means easier macro for Bitcoin. Gold just grinding up. Okay, stocks are rebounding as well. Gold is still grinding up. Lower part of this channel right here, as you can see, kind of sideways consolidation. Since the peak of the 22nd of April, we've basically been just chopping sideways. All right, and it's at the lower part of that sideways chop right here. It's gone lower, but I don't know that we lose this 50. Let's see what happens. It does look like it's flattening out, right? Stocks are rebounding. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. It's having a red day, but as you can see, it has moved up the last couple of days. Look at the NASDAQ's having a nice green day. Let's go. We want these to go up. NASDAQ is approaching new all-time highs. Yeah, pretty close. Oh, whoa. I think that is new all-time highs for NASDAQ. Yes. Look at that. NASDAQ, even right now after the pullback, all-time highs. Okay. It's positive, guys. That's positive. Everything is correlated. Right, NASDAQ, S&P 500. S&P approaching new all-time highs. Pretty close. All right. We want to see that. And remember, not that long ago, we were dealing with this, okay? How quickly things change. VIX, let's take a look. VIX is at 17. Look at that. That's good. So volatility is low. Let's see what oil looks like. Oil spiked up big time with that conflict, right? And then it's just dropped like a stone. Oil is breaking down, so inflation fears are off the table. Everything in macro points to risk on. Crypto has a green light, and let's hope crypto takes advantage. As long as macro stays loose, Bitcoin keeps its tailwind. Bitcoin dominance on the 1 day continues to move up. It's at 65.69% right now, pushing higher. Money is staying in the majors. That's what that is telling us, and I think we're going to hit here at least 66.43. What happens? Do we get slammed back down, or do we break right through on the first try? I'm guessing maybe we just kind of oscillate right here before we decide which direction we go. But I think Bitcoin has higher to go, and that's fine. Others, let's take a look at others really quickly. Others total market cap excluding the top 10. Okay, so basically the lower cap stuff facing rejection right here at 236.51 billion. Right now we're at 229.62 billion. We held this right here, 210 billion, as support for now. All right, let's see if we don't come back down. If Bitcoin continues to move up, eventually others will too, guys. Okay, so let's not get too worried. Overall, this is looking good. I think we're going much higher. I think others is going to hit up here somewhere between 1 and 3 trillion. All right, that's why I have that box there. So that run could be amazing. Okay, we're just right now chopping right? I think hopefully this will prove to be a floor, unless things escalate, right? Unless there's a black swan or something like that. Things are looking all right there. But no alt season, right? No broad risk on. Only selective coins with real narratives are moving. So the takeaway here should be: don't chase weakness until Bitcoin dominance returns. Alts are a sniper game, not a shotgun blast. Now let's take a look at the Fab 4. Maybe you're right, Mr. Miggles. RSI is at 42.995, so there is room to keep going up. On the 22nd of June, we see this candle right there, if you can see it right here, right? Doji, I think maybe that could have been the bottom, right? Doesn't mean we can't come back down. Doesn't mean we can't come back down, but let's see if we can break through this 0.026. Good areas to be nibbling at as far as I'm concerned. And I understand maybe you wait, right, for confirmation when this thing gets back above the 50 and 200 at 3 cents or 4 cents or 5 cents, right? That's fine too. That's fine too. But those of you that are a little bit risk takers, nibbling here is not the worst thing in the world, to be honest with you. All right, so that's Miggles at 0.026 cents, and I think it's going to go much higher. End of the year, this thing is going to be a lot higher. Mark my words. Toshi, same thing, guys. Toshi, same thing. These are all base plays, okay? I've given my thesis why I think base memes are going to kill it. Base is going to kill it. Base is already killing it, okay? Coinbase is behind the Base mainnet. Base doesn't have a token, guys. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm putting these tokens and these particular meme coins in your radar, okay? Toshi, 3047. In between the 50 EMA and 200 EMA. Let's see if we can start moving back up. It looks kind of bullish. Look at this nice big long wick on the 23rd of June. Again, same thing on the 22nd. Seems that's been the bottom. Doesn't mean it can't come back down, right? But hopefully that is the local bottom, and from here we can start recovering in B shape after this long drop since 12th of May. All right, so that's Toshi. I think in a good area to DCA. KeyCat. Let's see what KeyCat looking like. Same thing, right? Since the 13th of May, since the 12th of May, basically we've just been dropping. KeyCat lost the 50 and 200 EMA as well, and we're on the top of this triangle. But as you can see, long wick on the 22nd of June. Seems like everything is so connected, right? Seems like everything of these Fab 4 bottomed out at that time, and now they're moving up. Doesn't mean it can't come back down and test this 0.0027 cents. Right now it's at 0.0031. Okay, ideally you want to see it at least get back up here, 2040. Let's see what happens there. Eventually Keyboard Cat will be fine. Toshi, Miggles, they'll be fine. Dog and Me, okay, same thing, although on the 20th it actually wicked lower than on the 22nd of June. Okay, as you can see, there's the long wick, and then it came back down. There was a big whale that sold on this day, and he had been selling. He completed his sales on this day. That's all gone now. And here we go. I think here there was a whale that actually bought a position in Dog and Me, but that's unconfirmed. I have to go back and look at that. I know this is confirmed because I did look at this. I did look at the sales. Anyways, big move up above this line right here, which is the point of control, right? This long line right here. I mean, this long, I don't even know I forget what this is called. Volume node. All right, volume node, which is the longest one here. So this point of control is important. For us to get above it would be ideal for Dog and Me, which is right now at 3050. We'd want to stay above that. We want to stay above 30503. Okay, so if we can stay above this, either build a base or start moving up towards this 200 or 50 EMA, that's ideal. All right, that 200 EMA is at 3058. In closing, the takeaway is be patient, pick your shots. No need to ape into weakness, but honestly, RSI is at 43.16. You got to take a risk. I think the risk reward on these are pretty good. All right, so I mean, I would be nibbling if I had any capital. I would be putting them into these 4 coins. And my 7-day forecasts. Okay, quick recap: bullish. Bitcoin over key moving averages, spot buying confirmed, macro green. Base case: Bitcoin ranges 106 to 110,000 as spot flows grind higher. My bull case: quick push to 115,000 if ETF demand and macro stay hot. My bear case: Failed breakout, retraced to 102 to 104,000 if sellers regain control. Interestingly enough, last week, the bear case, when I always give these cases, the bear case is the one that played out. Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 90, just below 98,000, right here. 98,200. Okay, 98,200, and that's where my base case was, where we could drop to. Hopefully, I'm wrong in the bear case this week, and hopefully the base case or bull case is right. We'll see what happens. So what this all means is Bitcoin leads, altcoins wait. The move gets real when we see confirmation in flows and weekly closes. So we're back from the brink. Geopolitics couldn't stop Bitcoin, and with spot flows leading, macro still a tailwind. No FOMO yet. This market is primed for the next move. Don't miss it. Subscribe for these no BS breakdowns. And if you want the VIP play by play, join our Telegram group. I'll see you Friday for the next update. Peace.